Yo! Right, how's it going, guys? Welcome to today's video. Right, so today, as you know, I'm doing a Q&A. Right, I've literally just put the video up about, I don't know, half an hour ago, some stupid shit like that, and the amount of comments that I've had coming through is like ridiculous. I didn't even expect there to be this many. So I'm going to start off with a shit ton of Instagram questions, and fuck me, I've been like, when you look at some of the questions and it makes you like fully reconsider your life choices, yeah, get on some of these, right? Right, so I'm going to start off with like the more simplistic questions before it goes on to the piss takes, right? Starting off with, we have Harry Saundry. Who's your inspiration and got you into the stuff you do right now? I keep saying I'm going to make a video on this and the whole my airbag story bullshit, but I've never got around to doing it. Basically, I used to watch a lot of Exploring with Josh and all his mates and shit, but that was like 3 years ago. And then in September 2016, I went to college and I was given this task sheet as part of like my first ever assignment kind of thing. It was based on environments and shit, and one of the pictures on the task sheet was like an abandoned bedroom of some kind. I was like, right, okay, abandoned, and I remembered what's it called, like this abandoned factory in St Helens, which isn't far from where my college is. So if you go through my channel, you'll find it's like my first ever Airbex video. And from that, I was put in touch with people like Jay and all those, JCRX, all them. His channel will be in the description. So people like him, like I got to know Jay. We ended up doing a mission together like 3 or 4 days after, and that's when it just took off for me. He got me in touch with the community, and then it just expanded on a massive level. So we used to do missions together all the time, and then obviously as we've been getting busier with work, college, stuff like that, like I've had to start leading missions on my own, because like when I started up, I used to like depend on him because he was like the know-how guy at the time. But obviously as you go on to stuff, you do pick up new stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much how I got into the stuff I do. But I've never actually been inspired, like ever. I've never looked at someone and went, wow, I want to do that. And in fact, you know what, I think one time I've ever said that is like when I've watched one of James Kingston's videos, when he climbed that world's tallest tower crane out in Dubai. That was fucking sick. That is something that I really want to do. So yeah, there's that question answered. Right, so next question from Adam Lee Photography. What's your inspiration for your photography? PS, you're a wicked photographer, keep it up. Nice one, Adam. So my inspiration for photography, right, I've never actually, like I said, same with the last one, like I've never been inspired. Everything I've done has just been through self-influence. Like I went out to Wales, I went down to Rhyl. We were staying on some caravan park with the family for like obviously 2 days the weekend, and I had me 700D and a 50mm f1.8 with me, like a portrait lens. So I started like taking a few photos and stuff, and I was like, right, these are actually banging shots. I was really made up with them, so I decided, fuck it, I may as well carry on with it, and I did it at college. And then obviously I joined the Airbex community, and just... so yeah. Right, okay. Right, this one's from my mate Jamie, JCRX, good mate of mine. Do you think Airbex can get you a career? If not, what's your ambition in life? Personally, considering 95% of it's probably illegal unless you have permission, then probably not, unless you get something to do with photojournalism or some shit like that, and you can do, going like getting permission to go to all these abandoned sites, getting photos, obviously with permission to like document it and stuff for articles, newspapers, shit like that. That's the only way I can actually see it happening, unless I'm being sponsored or paid through, like a media company, someone like, I don't know, someone like the Lab Bible or some shit who like pays people for the videos and stuff. But stuff like that, I can see where it could be, where it could lead into a career. But other than that, I don't really think so. It's just a hobby at the minute. But as for my ambition, well, Jay knows, just so everyone else knows, personally, I want to go into photography full time. End of discussion. Photography all fucking day for me. At the minute, I'm doing my own like freelance photography stuff, like selling me prints off and doing work for people. So I'm starting up. It's getting pretty good. I'm happy with the way things are going at the minute. Right. Next one is from Warbeat_GTA, my mate Tom. What are you going to do when you hit 1k? Fuck me. I don't even know what I'm doing tomorrow yet, let alone 1k. And I'm approaching 800 now, so I've got time to plan. But honestly, I'm not sure. I'm going to leave it up to you guys to actually decide what to do for 1k. And just leave a massive list of suggestions for what mad shit I could do, and I'll pick out the best ideas, draw it from hats, some shit. I don't know, but I'll probably sort it around that. Here's one from my mate Sophie. How did you go from eating chilies to climbing huge number here, foot cranes, right? So for anyone who didn't know before, if you've like only subscribed after finding me Airbex content, there was a time where on this channel I was based around, you know, doing challenge videos and shit like ghost chilies and dumb shit like that. And the ghost chili was probably the fucking highlight of the channel at the time, and the banana and Sprite challenge as well. That was brutal, man. They were the starting days. That was before I even hit 100 subs, man. Fuck me sideways. But yeah, I don't know how it went from that, you know. I just went 0 to 100 real fucking quick, to say the least. Master Michael 16, right? Okay, so gear. In terms of camera gear, right, I do vary it a lot. Depending on what I'm doing. If I'm doing photography based shit, I'll have a 70D with a 10 to 22mm or a 50mm prime lens. Obviously not a completely cheap setup. If you want a cheaper camera, I'd say go for a 700D. That's the one I started up with, and I got some pretty decent shots with that. But every shot that's on my Instagram has only ever been took with a 70D. Unless it's like someone else's camera, then whatever the fuck they've shot with. But yeah, all my shots, all my personal shots are done with a 70D, and obviously a variant of kit lenses, and kit lenses, just lenses in general. Lewis Gunnell, sorry if I mispronounced it. Yeah, ever had a near miss climb and slipped or fell? Right. I've had a few, to be fair, but not to like a serious level. In the new video that's coming out, actually, I don't know if it's in the footage, but I don't think it is, so I'll mention it now. When I climbed this crane, like the arm was literally up on an angle like that, some stupid shit. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I climbed the arm, and as I've got to the top, right, I've been like stood there like at the very top hanging on, and I went to like step down, and as I've stepped down, my foot touched the bar and just went fuck off. And honest to God, you know when you just think there's no way I'm getting down from here, I'm absolutely fucked. But to be fair, I was actually alright. I'm just trying to think of some other close calls I've had. To be honest with you, no, I can't actually think of any other closer ones than that. If anyone's ever been out with me and you've seen me nearly fall or some shit, just leave a comment and remind me, because I'm really gone brain dead on this at the minute. What was your first crane climb like, and how did you convince yourself to do it? To be fair, the first crane climb I ever did was fucking easy, man. If you're in Liverpool, you've probably heard of the Heritage Tobacco House. It's absolutely fucking raped in the arse. It's been done that many times. That was the first one I ever did. That was the second Airbex mission I ever did. That was with Jamie Ty and my mate Joe. So we'd been in there for about, well, you know what, before we even went there, Jamie was like, hey, do you want to climb a crane? I was like, fucking damn right I do, let's have a go. So me thinking, oh yeah, I'll be sound. So yeah, anyway, we get to the site, we're in the middle of like this massive opening. If anyone who's been, you know what the big clearing's like in the middle of the warehouse. And there's the crane, and you're about two stories up, where like you get onto the crane, and you look up at it and you're like, fuck, this is high. But then you realise there's like a cage around the ladder, so you're okay. But to be fair, when I first climbed it, I weren't arsed. I'm still not arsed today, if I'm honest. With me, it's more a case of just fucking get at it, you know what I mean? Do it, and never have the chance to, never be able to sit there and regret not doing it, you know what I mean? I always have this like this rush and this need to fucking do something, you know what I mean? I don't like the idea of regretting not doing it. But yeah, that's how I convinced myself, really. I just fucking forced myself to do it. Where's the best view of Liverpool I've seen? That's from right, did I mention you? The last the last question was actually from Accept. Sorry dude, I forgot to mention the name. So yeah, right, okay, so next question. Where's the best view from Liverpool you've seen? From Tom Widows 01. To be honest with you, I've seen some pretty fucking good views, especially off cranes, to say the least. So, you know what, 3 cranes I've done, I've had some of the best views going. The white one I did in one of my previous videos, actually climbing a crane at night. If you go watch that video, and you'll be able to see the view there. It's fucking phenomenal. You just see right across Liverpool completely, and like stuff down Church Street where all like the main like high street shops are and stuff like that. It's so sick. And then obviously if you look upwards, more inland, you can see like all the cathedrals, the Royal Hospital, the new ship being built. It's so sick. There's that crane, the Heritage crane, that's like looking down towards Liverpool from up north, and the view from there is absolutely phenomenal. I absolutely love that there. And the green crane that you're going to see in an upcoming video, I didn't take any shots or anything from the top because the GoPro died and I didn't want to risk dropping my phone, but yeah, the view from up there, absolutely incredible. All about 200 and something foot each, and the views just phenomenal. Best views, climb cranes, simple as. J Carson 96, do you have any good spots to climb? No, I don't, not to be a dick, but I don't like to give out locations. With stuff to climb, I always make it personal choice, you know what I mean? I don't like going and climbing something people tell me to climb, you know what I mean? I'd rather like be out in town and go, shit, that looks good, I'll climb that, you know what I mean? It's down to personal choice. You choose what you want to climb, really. Like Lime Street the other day, I had my eye on that for a good while. My mate Az was doing it one night while I was waiting around in town, and obviously I knew where she was from a Snapchat story. I was like, do you mind if I join? So next thing you know, I met her at the access and we ended up on the roof, and it was so sick. But it's down to personal choice. Like I said, if there's anywhere you like the look of that you want to climb, then climb it, do what you want, you know what I mean? But just don't get caught. It's the key rule, just don't get caught, simple as. But yeah, choose where you want to climb, really. It's not a case of what's good or my personal suggestions or anything. Closest you've been to death? You know, I don't think I've ever had any like full-on near-death experiences with airbags. Actually, yeah, I do have a belter one. When I climbed the Heritage crane in September, like I said, it was my first ever crane climbing shit. As I came out onto like the side part with Jay, I went to like sit down on like this little side thing. So, like, say you've got like, oh, I'm gonna do a demo, right? Okay, 1 minute. Nailed it. Yeah, so say this is like the main tower of the crane, right? As you get to the top on the side, there's like a little basket. In that little basket, you could stand. It was like a gridded floor. But between that and the main crane, there was like a little step down, and I sat on this little step, and there was like no fucking holding me back, nothing to hold me back. And I had my hand on this bar, and my camera was in my other hand, and as I went to like sit on the ledge, right, the ledge was only about that big, right? So, demo time. Right, so I've like... You okay, fam? Yeah, so like, I've had hold of the bar like that, and the camera's in the other hand, and like I've had me like other leg out in front of me. I know it's like really dark at the minute, but yeah, I had one leg out in front of me, and I lowered myself on one leg so I could sit down. And as I've went to sit down, my ass like shifted forward as I like went to sit, because it was like my first like height, like sitting somewhere high. Jay had hold me bag. You can tell I've been drinking Monster, can't you? So yeah, I went to sit down on the ledge, but Jay had hold me bag, and my ass has gone forward, so he's had to pull me back in against the crane. And fuck me dead, I didn't realise how close I was to actually dying at that point until I went home that same night, and I was thinking about it, and I was like, holy shit, that guy just saved me, you know what I mean? So personally, that's why I have so much respect for Jay, because if it wasn't for him holding on to me bag at that point, I'd have been dead right now. So massive shout out to him. Sorry, I need to start fucking remembering whose questions these are. That was Joel Wallenberg. Big up for the question, bro. Right, okay, so next question, fam. Let's have a look what we've got here. Fuck's sake. How do you get away with climbing cranes at the age 40, right? Just so everyone fucking knows, right, I'm not over the age of 20, I'm not 40, I'm not 30, I'm fucking 16, man, okay? I'm 16, right? And, yeah, this is just a running joke. Basically, when we were in Newsham Park, me, Jay, and a few others, like, we were in the middle of doing an exploration, yeah, you know what I'm talking about anyway. In the middle of a mission, and Jay's mid live stream, and my mate Chester jumps in on the fucking comment section, doesn't he? And he shouts out fucking 40-year-old Foysta. It's because of the neck beard, innit? I look about 24, but I am actually 16. Swear down on my mum's life, I'm fucking 16. Right, so if you want to know how I get away with it, Louis. Hey, in fact, you've climbed cranes with me, you cunt, you should know. So, yeah, that's a big fucking... Oh, God, nice one, Louis. What's your favourite video game? Love the vids, by the way, fellow Scouser, from Luke Blake, 1337, right. Favourite video game? Fuck. Any of the Battlefield franchise, really. I fucking love Battlefield since day one, if I'm honest. I was a bit of a Halo fan as well. I was a bit of a Halo nerd at some point. But yeah, I've never had I've never been like a full-on gamer type, you know what I mean? I've had mates who've always been really good at gaming and stuff, people who are absolute powerhouses at COD and shit like that. But I've never actually like had a game that I'm really good at, if that makes sense. But yeah, probably Battlefield. Lana Williams, do you even lift, bro? Crazy, right? Adventure. Okay. So, what's your most crazy experience while climbing? Fuck right now. I'd say there's a few. All right, two. One of them was Silk House Court. I had this like obsession with the building and hanging off it. And, I have a video on the channel, obviously, the 200-foot hang above the city. So basically, when you're on the roof, you go down. It's like by where all like the what you fucking call them? Like all the generators and shit are on the roof. And there's like a little opening, but you're not supposed to go near it. So we climbed through the handrail and shit. And there's like a massive opening along the wall. So I was like, all right, sick. And then Jay goes to me, oh yeah, someone else had done that. I was like, alright, sound, I'll have a go. So, just thinking, fuck it, I'll jump on it. So I just hung onto this beam and just started swinging, and I did it about 7 times, and I absolutely loved it. So we went back and we filmed it with a GoPro, and that's how the video came along. But the second time I did it, I almost had a heart attack while swinging. It was disgusting. Like, as I went to do it, as I went to like hang, my stomach was like, don't do it, don't do it. But since then, like, me fear of heights and that's just like completely gone. Pardon me. Right, so my second weirdest, well not weirdest but craziest experiences while climbing was about 2 weeks ago. Like when I was climbing this crane, I'd done it 2 nights in a row with 2 different groups of people, and when we got to the top on the Sunday night, the rain absolutely fucking hammered it down. Like all like really fucking strong winds start just like wrapping the crane up, and it starts belting it down. So I'm sat there thinking this is gonna get too sketchy. There was 4 of us up the crane as well, and you know when you think this can't happen. And if I'm honest, I was fucking petrified. I was scared for my life because, you know, everything's metal, you know what I mean? And the last thing you want to do is be halfway down, the wind catches your foot or something and you slip on the wet metal, and you know, it's endgame. And it was really intense, but yeah, it was weird and it was crazy. It was pretty terrifying as well, if I'm honest. Focus, there we go. So, right, next questions, there we go. Let's see what else we got. What's your favourite picture you've ever taken from Airbeck Centric? Let me look through my Instagram 1 minute. Right, okay, where it's coming into focus, you can see me on the crane just there. That was pretty fucking sick. And they were shot by Ben Holiday and Jamie Roach, JCRX. To be fair, this is pretty sick as well. That was on top of Liverpool Lime Street Station. Shit ton of editing, but it looks sick. So yeah, there's some of my favourite photos. I think I might have to do a part 2 to this. Let me just check some of the YouTube comments 1 minute. Oh wow, okay, so last time I checked there were only about like 3 comments, like 3 questions. Alright, I reckon I can actually answer all these straight up. Okay, so, oh fuck off Alex, right, so Alex Italia, a new mate of mine thanks to Instagram and social media links. So yeah, Alex says, now, fuck off, now that you're closing in on old age and nearing your retirement, what are your future plans for YouTube? And do you plan to make any other content besides Airbex? Okay. Well, fuck you for the first half of it. My plans for the future on YouTube, I just want to do more airbags. I want to climb bigger shit. You know what I mean? Liverpool's dead, man. It's so shit. And I just want to get out and just climb more stuff. You know, I don't know whether it'd be better going to Manchester or London or something, you know, just for a while and just trying some shit out there. But I definitely want to go international with it, you know what I mean? Like big name cities and stuff out in Europe and the Middle East, shit like that, you know, Dubai, Shanghai, definitely Hong Kong, just even for like the street photography aspect in Hong Kong. I don't know, I just want to like expand it massively. Do you plan to make any other content? Right, with content, I'm pretty happy with the airbag stuff, but I'm not sure whether to go into vlogging. But like mainly because I'm like really camera shy in public. If I'm walking around carrying a camera, I've never been really open. You know what I mean? I can't be. I don't feel like I can be myself. It's like an anxiety. I feel like I'm being judged kind of thing. So I don't know. I'll try a few things out. If people suggest stuff, then yeah, I'll try new stuff. Right. This channel is sold. Right, this channel's old. How have your friends influenced you in your life? Well, some of my recent friends, right, let me just stop this because it's about to fucking kill itself. 1 minute. Right, okay, so how have your friends influenced you in your life, right? So recently especially, I've like completely changed social group, like definitely completely changed everything about the way I used to live. I mean, like the people who used to knock about with me, social groups, social links, everything like that. I've completely changed everything. Like I hardly even speak to anyone who I went to school with. Like all the people who I talk to now are all photography based, airbags based. You know what I mean? People who are interested in the same shit as me. Like with me, I find it's better to surround yourself with people with the same interest and same goals and ambitions than sitting around with people who have no fucking idea what they want to do with their life. As cringe, cliche, and you know, one of those motivational speech things as it may sound, it's true. Like, because I've met all these new people that are into photography, airbags, adrenaline, junkie based shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's just influenced everything. Everything's just took off in a way, if that makes sense. Like, when people share the same interest, it pushes you, then you'd have a bit of a motivation because you're all bounce ideas off each other and you'd all progress. So to me, having all the new mates that I have now in college and over social media and even now internationally, you know, it's fantastic. Like everyone who I know now and all the people who are considered close mates have definitely helped to push me forward in what I do. So massive shout out to everyone who I consider close. You all know who you are, I think. So Mikey Forbes, where are you from? I know Liverpool, but like St Helens. I'm not going to mention that because I like to keep that stuff, you know, slightly more personal. But yeah, Liverpool, somewhere outside the town, about 15-20 minutes out of Liverpool city centre. Josh Swarby, right, I was out with Josh a few weeks ago and he asked, when's the next time you're going to meet me again? Oh, okay, climbing that 400 foot. Right, so there's a goal that I've had for the past month, 2 months or so. In fact, I think it's more than that, about 4 months I've had this ambition. There's 3 new cranes in Liverpool and the 500 foot ago. Like, just fuck me sideways. The size of these cranes, right? Where I am, I'm about half an hour out of Liverpool city centre, which makes me about 25 minutes or so away from where these cranes are. And in the town that I live in, I went on top of a multi-storey car park and I can see these cranes just fucking towering, man. That just shows how flat my fucking local area is. But yeah, these cranes are like 500 foot each and they're so fucking sick. But they're really exposed, so I'm really detailed work. I'm working on a mission, really detailed right now, planning it, transport, like all my excuses and shit, you know. It's getting planned, okay? So I'll probably sort that with you later, Josh, but I'm not free for the next 2 weekends, I don't think, but we'll sort something. Abandoned yesterdays, what gave you the ideas to start climbing the buildings, and is there any one that you really want to do? Buildings, well, I just like the idea of rooftops. Ever since I was a kid, you know, even like driving through Runcorn and shit and seeing like the Runcorn Bridge, I was like, oh, I wonder what it'd be like on top. Or whenever, like, because my dad has a roofing company, and whenever I used to like go to jobs with him as a little kid, and I'd have to wait in the car with my mum and my brother or something if we were away somewhere and he had to go to a job, I'd see my dad go onto the roof and I'd always think, oh, can I go on the roof? I want to know what it's like. But then as I've grown up, I've completely discarded all that, and then only now I remember I've had that same interest. And like, what was it Steve Jobs once said? You can't connect the dots looking forward, you can only connect them looking back. And it's so fucking right. Like, I've been sat here recently thinking back to when I was a kid, and all the times I've been sat there looking at high buildings, rooftops and shit, and thinking, whoa, what would it be like on top of there? I've always had an obsession with rooftops and high shit, but I've never actually like considered it. You know, it's weird, but yeah, it's always been part of me to climb shit, and obviously from a young age. So yeah, that's that. Best vids. What's your fave song? Actually, at the minute, there's a song that I want to like put a montage together with. It's called. I actually have it open here. I'm not gonna play it though in case I get done for copyright, because you know what YouTube's like these days. Snakes. So it's called "Not Today" by BTS. And the album's called "You Never Walk Alone." Not "You'll Never Walk Alone," but "You Never Walk Alone." I thought that at first, but yeah, fuck it. So that is a banging tune. I'd throw it on. I'll leave a YouTube link to the actual song. It's actually a fucking banger. I can't understand half the words he's saying apart from the words "not today," but it's such a sick song. I'm gonna put like an Airbex montage together with it. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, right? Yeah, that's pretty much it, right? So fuck me, this has been a massive massive Q&A. Let me just check. I've probably got a couple more questions just flown in while I've been doing this. Wait there. Right, I've answered the whole gear question. I've just got two more of them. Right, so one last question from Oliver Bacon. Have you ever seen or had altercations with people that you don't know in abandoned buildings? Yes, I have, and one of them subscribed to me who I met in the synagogue. While we were doing the synagogue mission, we had the police called on us, so we were like, right, fuck this, we're off skeet. We bailed. And that, when we came back, we went to go back in through the access, and as we went to go back in through the access, there were 4 people from North Wales all going through the same access. It was so weird, like, you know, when you think, shit, you were in here before kind of thing. But it was so sick. They were really nice people, and you know, I'm glad I met some of them. You know, I still keep in touch with 1 or 2. But yeah, that's probably the closest I've had to any, like, you know, altercations or encounters with people in abandoned buildings. So I hope this video has been somewhat entertaining. I know it's been a really long video, but I wanted to get everyone's question, because I don't like people watching the video and thinking, oh shit, he left me question out. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have any more questions for part 2, make sure you leave a comment or DM me. I'll probably put another post out, some shit like that, so you can ask more questions in the comment section. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notifications tab, make sure all the notifications for the channel are on, so every time I do upload, you're notified straight away. All that basic shit really, because I've got some pretty sick content coming up. I've got some more to record as well, so I'm absolutely buzzing for it. I'm back on Monster. I've got another 3 cans waiting here, so I'm going to be off me nut. I still am. So anyway, gotta love you and leave you. Thank you for all the questions. It's been a pretty sick video. I'm home alone with my brother, so I'm really fucking hyperactive at the minute. I don't have to worry about my mum coming in and slapping me with a frying pan or some shit because I'm talking about Airbex. But yeah, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you're new. Make sure you leave some more questions. Go check out everyone's social media links if I've mentioned them in this video. And I'll see you all in the next one. See you later, guys.